on Madden Football.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from in. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Commanding the offense will be the 7th overall pick of the 2018 draft. It's Josh Allen.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 20 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
He's really been somewhat special to watch this season. It brings a real unique element to their offense. Even with defenses focusing on him all year, he still sits 4th in the league in yardage. Hard to come up with an answer for a back playing as well as he has been. They've got their work cut out for them in this one as he chases another big week.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. But Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear?
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here to pick, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So now here are the Panthers with excellent field position to start off. They're led by the #1 overall pick of the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the 1st to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of the game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on second and long. Allen eluding the pressure right. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
.44-yard punt, return of 9. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Oh, I think there was a little too much heat on that one. He's trying to hit his running back out of the backfield. Normally you want to get the ball to them in stride. But here, this one's coming in hot. And it tips off his hands and into the arms of the defender.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do. To do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Allen. This is swung out to Eckler. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On 2nd down, Lawrence. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Open man is Osborne. He's got him. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's taken at around the 40. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Texans will take over. Houston's offense taking over again. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen. Sure do.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And again, it's Allen. Being chased out left. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And Thomas has it. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
They go play action with Lawrence. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop it for an 8-yard loss. And just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, quarterback really has the advantage then, because he'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Tyus Bowser in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The false start backs him up 5, first and 15.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Caught by Wilson.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. The Panthers sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
To throw again on second down.
Lawrence on the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They're 2 for 2 on third down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on third down.
Olave over the middle.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
Barkley, inside handoff. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12.
Lawrence.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Houston set to take over. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Dobbs. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit him quick. A little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, Allen.
Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Allen.
Got Dobbs over the middle.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen flushed out right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. Rosas' kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, the good stuff, you got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing, change things up a little bit, and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here in the first down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Eckler, they run left side, and his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
What a quick start to the drive, but not for the team that really needed it. In only a few seconds, the opposing QB found himself on the turf, and the defense is celebrating 2nd and long.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 3rd down, Barkley. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A little juke. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense heading back out as we take a closer look at Austin Eckler. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes. Steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He will find his man Chase complete.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Now Lawrence.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Osborne. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Lawrence will throw. Throw right side, Wilson.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. Going right back to Wilson. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Options galore here, second and a few inches. Here's Lawrence to throw. Throw caught there by Osborne. And the Panthers are going to have a first and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. McPherson's kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Fielded just outside the goal line. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. From there, let's get over to the Rockies to check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. Desmond Ridder throwing the football well.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Well, in the process of that kick return, it appears we had an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Not an easy spot here, and they'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact got the ball free, and it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 43 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Allen, and his throw here's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Allen going to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
Partners, a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now a give running. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Rosa's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the post.
So here are the Panthers set to take over. They were winners last week over Tennessee, and they've got the lead here as well. They start this drive out 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. From the 29, Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. A handoff, Barkley running left. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Lawrence. Slant pass complete to Olave.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jet sweep. Here's Olave. Good footwork at the 30. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now Lawrence to throw. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence.
Looking middle, and that's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Lawrence.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Meanwhile, Allen finds his man, Dobbs.
A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
You have to figure with this offense on 2nd and inches, they're in ideal shape, but then they end up getting an incompletion, a run stuffed on 3rd and inches, and you look around and say, how did it become 4th down?
The Texans send the punter out as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Lawrence. He finds Wilson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards to pick up there. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From midfield now, Lawrence tries the left side and finds Olave. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to give one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Buying time to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Second down and goal. Lawrence dancing to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And here comes the Texans now. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, Allen. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Allen to throw once more. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Panthers are going to have it here just past the 25. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now Lawrence on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. 2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence. And this one is incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And that will be incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on the punt for Carolina. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That's taken on the 25. Oh, able to avoid him. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting. And
Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Lawrence. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Panthers are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Defense.
Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that call now might get the fans back into this one.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Allen. He'll find his man. That's Freddie Swain. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Allen now on first down. He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that will bring up second down. Throwing now is Allen. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And again, it's Allen. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Allen going to throw. Trying to improvise. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
That's Akeem Hicks, the towering NFL vet, coming in for the sack. 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Eckler now between the tackles. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Texans.
Jelani Woods,
his 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Texans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just haven't been able to punch it in until that point. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here, or do you throw it?
I think you have that full count.
Lawrence hit, and the ball is free.
And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery.
He's got the hookup with Dobbs. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, and he loses the football a 2nd time. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
Throwing is Allen.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Limited time. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game.
They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw, as this play will stand as is. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they... And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Romeo Doubs, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch tomorrow.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
And the Panthers coming out now.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Up the middle with Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Running again with Barkley on second down.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And the question now, can they get closer on third down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. They'll go to Barkley again, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
So all eyes now locked on Evan McPherson.
This from 52, and this for the win. And his kick is indeed good, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for Carolina,
they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule.
And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Houston, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.